What we generally do for clients is hopefully add value to their property interests. So we look at it in a number of different ways. What we look after is commercial property assets that are owned by corporations, pension schemes, private individuals, generally for investment purposes. And we look after their tenants, compliance. We advise them on what they should do with their property from time to time, everything from mending a leaky tap to replacing the roof. So as a firm, we've always sponsored Bury Rugby Club. I can't remember when we didn't, to be honest. But a few years ago, the headline sponsor at the time decided they'd given their contribution and that was enough. So my fellow joint sponsor, Jules Arthur of Logan Capital, saw an advert or a press release, I think it was. He responded to that saying that, if Gordon's interested, we could do something together. Jules and I both played rugby at Bury, and our fathers played rugby at Bury. Unfortunately, in 1974, our fathers both died on a plane crash where they were on rugby tour in France with Bury Rugby Club. So we have a deep connection with the club. Jules's company, Logan Capital, is based in San Diego. So his output of what he gets might be slightly different to ours. So he's agreed that Merrifields would have had most of the profile from it. So we've been very lucky in that respect. So the sponsorship was a good thing, a fun thing, but we've actually developed it a lot further. And the club have helped us enormously in doing that. So our brand is on shirts. It goes throughout the region in which the national leagues play, and this year it will be on the girls' shirts, which will be going everywhere from up to Newcastle, I believe. So it is one club. It's a community club, but it's given us the ability to be involved in some really great social media presence. Lots of mentions there. We're in the brochure every week. We're mentioned every home match, and every opportunity they get, our name is put out there. Now, that doesn't mean we get thousands of calls after every match, but what it is, it gives us brand awareness. So it allows people to understand what we do, and we've certainly benefited from business that we wouldn't have achieved otherwise. Recently, I went to one of the networking events that the club hosts, and they're really good networking events. They're probably the best networking events that I've been to. And what we've been able to do in those events is to talk to specifically tenants of buildings who aren't represented in letting deals and in acquisitions. And by giving them advice, I think we've saved them sometimes tens of thousands of pounds in costs that they wouldn't otherwise need to incur. But we've also managed to give back as well. So we have actually been able to meet a number of other advertisers and other partners in the club and provide them with contracts from landscaping to signage to legal work to accountancy last week. So we are in amongst that community, and it's developing that community. And because we work in a relatively small local area, it's really good specific advertising for us. We often get asked to advertise in national publications. We're not that interested in doing some work in Derby or Birmingham, but we do want to do some work in Bury St Edmunds and Thetford and Newmarket.